You think? Because you know what it is. Well, you know what? I guess I usually have it on the live stream and then go over to This Week in Comics, but it doesn't fucking matter because it's.
This Week in Comics, This Week in Comics, This Week in Comics, This Week in Comics, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to do it, and then I choked on my own.
It's This Week in Comics. Yeah.
I choked on my own spit. Sorry about that.
What's up, everybody? Sup, Kane Paul?
Hi, Kane Paul.
How's it going? It's This Week in Comics.
Yeah.
I heard new comics came out this week.
A couple of them did, at least.
At least a couple.
I read one of them 3 times.
I read one of them twice.
Might have been 4. I think it was 3, though. I think it was 3.
Detective
Yo,
Comics.
Flash Ray.
What's up, Andrew? What's up, Flash
I read...
Here,
Actually,
man.
this week I read 3 of them twice. I read 3 of them twice.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I know. I think I could pick those ones.
Oh, we'll do that at the end.
Cool. Yeah, no, it's a really big week in comics. I guess off the bat, what's up, Steve?
Hi, Steve.
We're obviously going to be talking about Saga. We're going to do it at the end of the list and things because we're going to talk spoilers too. We're going to really just talk about Saga. We're not going to give a shit, and we're going to talk about Saga.
Yeah, you can leave if you don't like it.
Yeah, if you don't want to watch it,
fine.
It's cool. But we're going to talk about Saga because Nick and
it's going to be like a no,
What's Sam?
Like no rules, kind of like full spoilers.
Yeah, it'll be a full spoiler
for the series.
For the series and for this issue of Saga at the end. So yeah. I guess be warned, but for now, we're going to talk about other things. And the joke that I started with, I'll start with that because it's my weekly talk about Detective Comics number 1050, which they say is a landmark issue. Fuck them for putting that right on the fucking landmark issue. It's 1050.
That's
dumb.
That's not a landmark issue. I saw that myself, and I was like, "What are they doing?"
That's real dumb. I don't get it. What's up, Ignacio?
It is. I don't get it. But whatever. It's kind of like when they did that. What was the other one that they printed? They printed on the cover. It said like collector's issue.
Yeah. Yo.
Okay.
That was Batman when Williamson took over.
Yeah, I'm just DC in general.
Oh yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
You haven't read Saga, Steve? That's okay. But yeah, Detective Comics number 1050. It's diving into a little bit more. It's been going back and forth from present, in between a couple of weeks time, beginning and then present. This will bother me forever because I like this series. I like this shit.
You haven't read the new Saga, but you've read all the other ones.
Still, you haven't read New Saga? You read this before Saga? That's weird, man. I guess I get it because this is a fucking landmark issue.
It's huge.
You see that on the cover, you gotta read it. But no, it was good. It's a continuation. It focuses more on the Huntress, and it was neat. I really like what they're doing. It's cool. Bat's off doing bat things, and the Bat family's running around Arkham Tower. There was it propelled the plot forward in this one a good amount, and I'm ready for next week, I guess.
Well, if we'll do DC because that's easier.
Didn't you have something to say about Detective Comics?
I do have something to say about Detective Comics 10. I said that right before we started. I was like, I have something to say about Detective Comics 1050, which is funny because I don't read Detective Comics and I've not read Detective Comics 50. But speaking of this book, Doing really well. Although I might be agreeing with Todd. This might be the last time that I pull Tom King Black Label singles, at least like this, because
his limited series stuff.
Just wait for the hardcover. I say that not because that this isn't going good weekly. This is actually my favorite. Ironically, it's my favorite Tom King that I've read weekly, although there's not tons of Tom King that I've read weekly. Most of it has been in trade. And I really, really like this, and I love picking it up. But and I'm sorry if you're not reading this book, if you're not caught up, it's maybe a little bit of a spoiler. Center splash page. No, Todd, it's okay. It's okay, because Batman 1050 is this great full spread, and it just
does it tell you it's a landmark issue in there though? I think they missed out. Look at that cover. It looks a lot better without that.
Right here. January says January landmark oversized issue.
Can I see the cover without that font on it again?
Which one?
Yeah, just want to see the cover. Look at that cover. Looks really good without landmark issue on it.
Compare it there. Oh, yeah, my mic is in the way. I can't get this right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
I also like the logo.
Yeah, the logo color is cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had to say about Detective Comics. It's just really annoying. But yeah,
is that supposed to be Pattinson as Batman? That's a young looking Batman. Look at that.
Maybe.
Look at that baby face.
It's quite the chin.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite the chin on there.
But the jaw has been 4 times wider.
Yeah.
To the bed.
Yeah, Greg Smallwood's great. The art in this is great. The writing, Tom King it's Tom King writing. It's okay. Yeah, it's good. It's kind of like I don't know much about Human Target, the character, so this is all I know is 4 issues of this, and it's Tom King, so he's probably not doing it right. But it kind of has a James. Good. Yeah, kind of has a James Bond, a kind of a little bit of a spy feel to it, and he's I won't go too much because I know you're waiting to go into it, but yeah, he's trying to figure something out. Each issue is a day, so it's kind of neat to get the next day, I guess, each month. It's fun. I like it a lot.
Neat. Speaking of, it's not fun. This is a really serious book. But Pirate Queen number 4. Shit. It's the end of the series. It was just a 4-parter. It ended spectacularly. I hate when bad idea ones end, because this is when I want to be you should fucking pick up the trade.
Wah, wah.
Because it's really good. I like this book a lot. It follows a theme throughout each issue, and it really fucking pays off. It's really well done. I think because there's 2 bad idea books. Is this the? Yep, this is the one. It's got a backup story that I fucking didn't understand. It's one of the first ones that I've been that was unnecessary. Ooh. I didn't really get it.
Good smell.
Yeah, they do smell good. It's supposed to smell yeah, it just smells good. It just is that's just a good comic.
That's a good printing smell, yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
I haven't read that one yet because it's the last one, and I try to reread the series for the last one. So, and Pirate Queen has been somewhat dense, not Odin's Eye dense, but it's been.
But there's a lot there.
A little bit more to it. So, I don't know. I'll probably end up just reading it and then rereading it all again when I go through my bad idea again.
It's Peter Milligan, Adam Polina, and Tamara Bonville, and Golden Burrito winner for colors.
The colors are nice.
It's all of it's really nice. I'm really pleased with. It's so nice when you just get a good 4-parter that's just satisfying, and it tells a really big story. And they did it really well. Well, it had a lot of heart.
Yeah, I really like that. That one's been
female lead.
That one's been one that kind of surprised me. I didn't think I would like it at all, and I've liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't have a segue from yours, but I do have a segue from my last one. Speaking of ads.
So Human Target.
Yeah. Speaking of advertisements all throughout your book, this feels like a pretty hefty boy when you pick it up. And it's like, oh man, this is going to be a super cool Wolverine book, right? But they definitely used up all of the Wolverine on the cover here, because not a whole lot of, there's not any Wolverine. So I definitely bought this one for the cover, forgetting that Travis Gibb was on the show the previous week, and for whatever reason in my brain, this was the same book, even though it was on the new shelf.
Yeah.
But it's okay. The other side is was still available, so I have it ordered through our shop, and I'll have my set that I'll never look at again. But
there it is.
But I've already spent $6. What's 6 more, right?
Yep.
And it's not okay. So it's not bad, but I talked to Chaos about this book too, and I've missed an entire series between Hoxpox and this. So I have no reference for what's going on, which is probably why I don't really.
That's why I didn't grab it.
What's going on?
Like, I'm not gonna get it.
I knew I was gonna be kind of lost, but I thought hopefully 10 Deaths of Wolverine. I thought it was, in my mind, it was going to be a book where like Wolverine keeps dying and kind of a, kind of thing. I thought it was going to be a Wolverine, like each issue would be Wolverine dying or something. I don't know. I don't know why I expected anything from it.
It's not that, is it?
Because it's definitely not that. The art is really good. Who is it? Hold on. It's Benjamin Percy.
I did no research on this book, but I assumed it was going to be like this, and it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Damn.
I was completely wrong. Who did the artwork is really good in this. Benjamin Percy is the writer.
That first time I picked up Ice Cream Man, I was really upset that it wasn't just a dude in a truck just selling ice cream.
Federico Vicenti. Vicenti. Is the artist. It's good.
Cool.
Well, I mean,
that's cool. Is it pretty?
The art, yes, that's what I was saying. The art is, here's like first page is good.
Yeah, nice. That's a cool splash.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that looks cool. Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Ice Cream Man, I guess. Oops, sorry, one. Ice Cream Man, number 28.
Oh, wait.
I love this. Is so. What was it? 19 was it? That had the ghost.
Yeah.
Like it was. Yeah. It was issue 19.
How to be a ghost, or how to haunt, or whatever.
The ghost guide.
Mm-hmm.
It's got those feels to it, except it's dictionary because it involves an etymology, not entomology.
Is that the study of bugs?
No, it's the study of words.
Oh.
And it's so the front cover is an Ice Cream Man version of the dictionary, and it's amazing. I love this cover. When we were bagging them, a slightly older woman helps. She bags a lot while I organize and stuff, and she was really confused about how this was a comic book cover.
It's not really. I mean, it kind of is, but.
I mean, it's technically the cover, but yeah, she didn't get it, and she was just like, "Okay." That variant is really cool, though.
I liked the first page.
Yes.
How it's,
the credits are really cool.
Featuring the collaborative efforts of with additional contributions.
With additional contributions was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. This one was a little wordy for me.
Oh, I really loved it.
I read it and I'm like, this is going to be one of, I wouldn't say it's one of my least favorite Ice Cream Man issues, but it's definitely not one of my favorite. It's somewhere in the middle. But I knew you would like it, and I know certain people will definitely love this issue.
Hey, what's up? Cheers. What's up, Christopher? Back in Ice Cream Man 28. I loved it. It was great. It is one of my favorite recent issues because I love words, and this was a really cool homage to that. The art's always on point. I think it's really interesting. We never talk about the art basically in Ice Cream Man because it's so fucking consistent.
Yeah, it's across the entire series.
Yep, it's really solid. Amazing. And it's solid still here. I like make sure to like really shout that out because it's great. It's definitely a specific style, and I get some people might not like it, but I think it fits the theme and the mood of almost all issues. And the way that they play with colors really changes the feel to go. Like I feel like the art stays the same, and they use the colors more to change like the theme of the book, and it's really cool. And I like it. There's some really There's some really tight just color splashes in this that are really just like strong that I really enjoyed. I really love this issue. It's great. It's no tree issue.
They've done a couple of those. Those are always my favorite Ice Cream Man issues when it plays with the medium a little bit.
Yeah. Or the talk show one. Like I love the talk show one for the same reason where it's like here's some script and here's a panel to show it off. Like that's kind of stuff's cool. But in terms of like the regular issues, I really like this one.
Yeah, this one's a solid one. I want to check out Morazzo's is it She Could Fly, maybe? I think it's She Could Fly.
It's a book
that he did the art. That's it's in like volume 3 now.
Oh, nice.
I think it's done.
Cool.
So actually,
check it out all together.
It's supposed to be really good. Speaking of supposed to be really good, I have like 3 of them that I could play for that. We'll do House of Slaughter. House of Slaughter number 4, From the World of Something is Killing the Children, from Tynan, Brombo, Deledera, Sheehan, and Mutero. Boom Studios. This is a book, as stated, that is within Something is Killing the Children. Mythos that expands upon that world, and it has characters in it that are doing things. It has monsters in it. And this is
wow.
There's slaughtering, lots of slaughtering.
Those are all facts about this book. Is there art in it?
Let me check. I don't remember. Yeah, no, there actually is really good art. Chris,
there is really good art.
Does really good. Whoa! I opened it to the right picture, and
Is it the big splash?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
that made the whole issue in almost all 4 of these worth it to me. I'm definitely not as into this as I am into the regular Something's Killing the Children.
It's not as good as it.
It's not, and
this is better than the slow periods of Something's Killing the Children.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Hit the brakes real hard a couple of times. That was rough.
Yeah,
but it's closer to that than the peaks.
Yes, and yeah, it's not bad. And this issue actually I quite enjoyed. Compared to the first 3.
This is Nick's 3 Fire comic book, House of Slaughter facts.
Yes. I probably could have came up with more had I thought of it, but yeah, House of Slaughter. It's a good trade weight.
I like this issue more than last issue.
Like I said, it's kind of.
I think this will read so much better collected, which is why I'm reading previews and I'm getting the trades. So it works for me because I bet you that the end of the arc, the next 2 will probably be a lot of payoff for this slow pace that we've had.
Well, yeah, because it's all chopped up and they're playing one parallel story or they're telling one story, but it's all
in 2 timelines.
It keeps jumping back and forth, but it's
like literally
like at the same time.
So section, other section, like it is. It's not just like here's a section of it and here's a section of it. It is interlaced.
Yeah.
Every like set of panels on a page that go across both pages. They do that a lot where it is
They do.
What is it? Is it 2, 4? Is it 16 panel? I'm not looking.
It changes. It changes from time to time, but it's the book that I have the hardest time. This issue, I think it was, they had it finally happened. I'm like, this is gonna screw people up, and they finally had it where they had 2 9-panel pages next to each other, and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to go all the way across,
right?
Yeah, and I'm like, nope. I did
the same thing. I finally, in the middle of the book, in the middle of the book, I was done with it. I was like, fuck, I need to figure out how to read this better because I can't read this in a straight line in the preview. It doesn't fucking work. So I found a way in Firefox to read inline horizontally so it matches up the pages. And then I got to the next time it happened was the flashback. And I'm like, I can finally do it. And I read across. I'm like, fuck you. It's all on one page and then go to the next one. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait to read it proper because the way I'm reading it is really fucking it up for me.
Yeah, that's okay. Same. All right. And I would maybe fault the book a little bit because it's
too much back and forth.
It is a lot of back and forth.
It's interesting for a couple of scenes, but when you do a majority of the book going back and forth so much, it's very jarring. It's hard. Because you also know they're forcing. It's like, okay, it's going to end here. We're picking up in the present. Okie dokie. And it's just pop, 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 pop. And there's something to be said about staying in the moment for a little bit. And then you have to pick up the parallels.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be great in trade. Maybe once you get in the rhythm of it.
Comic readers have trouble reading. It's bad story. I don't know that it's bad storytelling. I mean, panel layout and design is part of the storytelling. I mean, the art is part of the storytelling. I would love to see someone take like, oh man, that's totally something I would do. I would go through and make it all like in sections and take the panels and just be like, no, fuck you. We're gonna put so you can read, but that wouldn't work the way that he's telling the story though, because it's parallel, but it's all in line. It just jumps in time, but it's one continuous.
I think let me get over there. There's a bot. I think I have a wrench. I don't know if a wrench is in chat right now, but
we should probably get Ignacio one.
Bye.
So
oh yeah, I need to figure out how to do that. But yeah, no, it's rough. It's a little rough. It's rough. Speaking of not rough, but really fucking sad every time I read it, Stray Dogs, Dog Days, #2. It's the best cover. Look at that.
It's pretty. It's up there. It's up there for sure. I know it's your favorite. It's your favorite, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like my favorite. It's fucking my favorite. I love it. And then I have a Stray Dogs one of it. I need to get another one so I can do something dumb with it. Like stick it to my wall or something.
Slice it out and put them all.
Tony Fleeks, Trish Forstner, Brad Simpson, and Tony Rodriguez. It's another depressing series of short stories about the dogs that the owner had. There's like nothing happy about it, but I really liked the art is so fucking just. It's how does the back cover put it?
There you go.
Oh no, they say
looks like that.
They say the writing is crisp, and I would say the art is also just fucking crisp. Look at those clouds.
Oh, it looks nice like oh, can't see it. There you go.
Those are some nice clouds.
Yeah. It kind of like looks on the surface like a YA book. Type of a thing, right? With the cartoony more.
Yes.
It's just kind of it seems like that, but your kids
classic Disney.
Your kids would be super depressed if they no ad for Batman in the middle, but
that's pretty nice.
For detective. So
yeah. I also I do like that. Like there is nothing about this cover that says children should read this.
Right. Not this one.
No.
The other thing,
none of the movie ones look like children should read it.
The other thing that's cool, I unfortunately did not submit my dog in time. I don't think, because there's no way that she wouldn't have been picked, right? But they do the dogs at the end. But the thing that's super cool about this book is that like through here, right, all comic book, right, from page 1 through that, and then
the comic book has lots of comic book in it.
When you get at the end, there's all these cool ads for different.
Is that last ad a spoiler that you just showed a little bit? Because I didn't know if that was a spoiler. Did you read it? Did you look at the author and look at the author on the cover of this book?
No. I won't show it again, but
I haven't heard of it. And I'm fucking stoked. I'm so pumped. I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
Oh, super massive too. But yeah, I love that they put the ads in the back of the book. I like to look through them and see what other books I might be missing out on. And I love that it doesn't take me out of the story that I'm trying to read. Did you like the end of this?
Yes.
Oh
yeah, no, I do remember the end. Yeah, I liked that. It was nice.
I thought it was a little abrupt, but I didn't realize what happened at first, and it was like, oh, maybe I wasn't paying enough attention to it.
That I don't see anywhere on the internet.
The book that was shown? Really? Should I show it again?
It's fucking in the back of the book. Yeah, let's talk about it. Because I'm fucking ready to go.
I don't even know for sure which one you're talking about. Is it
It's Crosshairs. It's Tony Fleeks. That's like Stray Dogs, but it's Crosshairs.
Yeah. I don't know what it would be.
It's another it's gotta be Talking Bunny one.
Is that a thing? This must be something that I'm unaware of.
No, that's what I'm saying is that's got to be the follow-up to Stray Dogs, man.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. He's on Local Man.
It says 2022. Yep. I can't find it on Image. I searched Crosshairs Image Comics. There's nothing coming up.
But did you try it all as one word?
Yes, and I tried it as two words. My only problem is I wish it was Hair Trigger, but that's fine.
Hair Trigger.
Crosshairs is good, but I think Hair Trigger would have been better. Okay. But I'm assuming that's the follow up to Stray Dogs because that's what I've I've literally been talking for like a year about how I want the Stray verse, and I thought Stray Cats would come next, but I'll fucking take Crosshairs. Let's go. Sure. I'm so ready. That's amazing. It's the best news. I was stoked when I read that. I was like, let's do it. The Strayverse unfolds.
It's going to be completely unrelated.
I'm okay. Honestly, if Tony Fleeks is my new, if he's doing an animal book, let's go.
As long as there's movie cover variants, I will buy them. If they can stick with horror movies, that's great. But any movie poster homage, I will.
Crosshairs being the name, I'm thinking they're going to switch genres each time with each animal, and we're going to be getting action
spy movies and stuff.
We're going to get action or spy or something, and that would also be cool. A bunch of James Bond inspired covers.
Yeah,
like that would be amazing.
I gotta sneeze.
Bless you.
There's always two.
Mine's always three.
Sometimes three. Hold on.
You done with books? You out?
No, I got one more.
You got one
more?
I
opened I got like 2 or 3 more.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Where is it? This one's on my... Oh, I found it. It is right here. And it was totally worth all of that for this book.
Yeah.
Which is about Peacemaker.
Peacemaker is about Peacemaker?
Who coincidentally has a new HBO Max show, which I hear is very good.
Comic?
I know it's weird that they would have both at the same time. It's almost like a money grab. To just do a one-shot origin story for the character that has the new TV show.
One of 3?
I think it's a one-shot.
That's just one?
I think it's just one. Maybe it's more, but I thought it was just one. That was the impression I had. I thought it was going to be a series, and I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw it referred to as a one-shot.
Okay, I guess I need to grab that then, because they're not going to do anything fancy with it then.
Probably not, but you might want to like check it out on maybe it's on Hoopla or something.
No, because my goal is to collect all Black Label things, even if they're not great. So I need to own that to have the whole collection.
I like that the synopsis says the breakout character from the Suicide Squad gets his own tale of peace ahead of the upcoming HBO Max TV show. But isn't there like 3 or 4? Yeah, isn't there like 3 or 4 issues of that out?
Yeah, there is. That's amazing.
It doesn't say anything on here for. I don't know where I saw that as a one shot, but I.
Because on League it says #1, which makes me think there will be more.
Yeah, it does say #1 on it. Maybe it was at the back page of the book. Hold on.
All right. Well, it's got a 4.1 average on.
Here it is. On here, Origin of the Warrior for Peace revealed, and then right down here says all new one shot. But I don't know if
maybe that's a.
This is the variant cover. It says all new one shot.
I don't know.
Because they're the main.
I'm confused. Oh, Ignacio says it's a one shot. So thanks, Ignacio.
It's been settled.
Then don't call it #1. That bothers me when they do that with one shot.
Yeah, I hate that too. I agree. So the book is pretty good.
Cool.
It's if you like Peacemaker, it's mostly like a conversation between him and someone else, like on a bench with like flashbacks of his origin story, and it's Garth Ennis, and it's pretty. I'm not gonna say depressing, but it's Peacemaker.
But so Garth Ennis wrote it, so
yeah. So it kind of is, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Especially if you already have a little bit of depression, it'll probably bring that out a little.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's. It's not bleak. Might be a good word to use. It's kind of. It's Garth a little bleak. Book. Yeah. Huh. It tracks. Cool. So yeah, if you're a Garth Ennis fan, then you'll probably really like it. What else you got?
Well, I have 2 more physicals that aren't the finale one.
I have 2 as well.
Another bad idea book that came out, Monster Kill Squad #3.
Mm-hmm.
This is not as good as Pirate Queen, but it's still pretty solid. My dogs are going crazy. It's great. Christos Gage, Thomas Guijarello, and Diego Rodriguez. It's awesome. It's really cool times. It's oh my god. Oh my goodness.
If the bots would at least subscribe first, then it would be fine.
I know, right?
It would be you could drop your link if you subscribe at least. I didn't get a chance to read Monster Kill Squad yet either. I have bad idea. I always like hold off and wait, and then when I finally get around to reading it, it's like, damn it, these are like my favorite books. Why do I not read them first?
Yeah, it's like Justice League Dark, but like if they were more like hunters than problem solvers.
Also smells good.
It's
good. I am going to invest if I decide not to bind these all together, which I really want to do. I think I might invest in the clear boards.
Yeah.
Just for my bad idea, and then like Mylar and
Pretty
clear
cool.
board them all, because the backs are all unique and very cool.
Explain what just happened. Is it from a caveman? A dude came in trying to make people go to a sketchy website. If that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about the book, it's about people who go and kill monsters. They're a squad.
It's a squad of them.
There's a backup for this one that is the follow-up to my favorite bad idea backup. So that was really exciting. I was really into that. I wasn't ready for it, so that was really cool. Because I didn't think we'd get a follow-up. Most of the backups we haven't seen again, so it was really cool to see this one again. And I think it's fitting that we see this one again. I was really pleased because
that was that in
Pizza.
Pizza was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's only like 4 or 5 pages too.
I know it's much different than the last time. But no, good issue. Wasn't as good as Pirate Queen, but I think Pirate Queen is right up there with my favorite bad idea books. Whereas this is still really good. Yeah.
And this will be the Monster Kill Squad 4 is the final 5.
Isn't there?
I think there's only one more.
Is that it?
I think that's the last of bad idea. It's all over.
Here, why don't you talk about I need to go check on the dogs. Why don't you talk about a book I didn't read?
You didn't read.
It is.
Black Hammer Reborn. Which is written by Jeff Lemire, drawn by Malachi Ward, Matthew Sheehan, and Nate Picos is also involved. This is in the Black Hammer universe. It's kind of like the tail end, I guess, of the timeline. Can't show that. It is the entire book is a spoiler for Black Hammer stuff. So not much I can say. The backups in this I have not cared for. Can I show? No, because it's the final page of that. But it's like these insect things, and I've begun just skipping them. But it'll probably like tie in later, and I'll be like, shit, and I'll have to go back and reread them all. But yeah, Black Hammer universe, due to this book, at least is pretty fucking crazy right now. And from the cover too, you can maybe discern something that's kind of, could maybe figure out something that's kind of happens in this. But yeah, it's God, I love it so much, and I'm so sad that it's like I'm already like bracing myself for the end of it. Ooh.
Speaking of backups, I forgot about something.
Uh-oh.
The backup, there's the backup for Detective, which is really cool, House of Gotham. They also, as a little preview, had Batman Superman World's Finest. In the last like 6 or 8 pages. There's a good chunk of it. Look how bright and pretty that is.
It's like is it 1960 suit there for Batman and Robin?
Yeah, you got the
good old.
Look at that.
Oh, maybe a little bit later.
No, it's newer than that, but
it looks like 90s almost.
But you got Mark Waid is the writer. Dan Mora
what's he ever done?
I know. Where they're giving him that kind of responsibility. Dan Mora is the artist. Tamara Bonvillain is the colors, which is why look at those colors. Come on. And then Adita Bittaker is the letters. I'm probably gonna at least grab number 1 because that is quite the lineup, and I really liked this little preview that they showed in this landmark issue.
In the landmark issue, 1050.
Yeah. So yeah, anyways.
You think they'll do it for like 1075 next too?
Yeah, right. Every 25 landmark issue. That was already. One that I wasn't huge fan of, but there's a lot of setup in it, and I'm excited for. They may or may not be jumping the shark with this issue. We're gonna find out.
I am not caught up. I'm on like Once in Future 16 maybe.
There's so much. There's so much.
Mostly because first I have to go find 1 through.
Yeah.
I have to go find all of them before I read it, or maybe I'll just buy the hardcover. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
I'm waiting on mine. I had to. They didn't. But they sold more than they made again. So
the
I'm
colors
waiting
are still pretty, right?
Page.
Either way,
colors are amazing and the art's incredible.
That's Golden Burrito award-winning colors, right?
Yep. But no, it was okay, and this could end up being really great going forward, or they might be doing too much. We'll find out.
Okay. My last one before we get on to the.
You have 2 more.
No.
At least. Yeah, you do. Oh, you didn't read one of them. Never mind. I know which one I did read. Never mind.
That one? Night of the Ghoul number 4?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. This cover deserves a little bit so that my camera can catch up with it there. Francesco Francavella's cover. I am very... This is my favorite... I love We Have Demons, but this might be my favorite comicsology book from Scott Snyder that he's doing right now. And I think it might be because of Francavella's art. It's and the colors and stuff he uses. But this is like, it's one of the creepiest books I think I've read. It just has that little classic horror creep feel to it. I love the monster and like this. Like just stuff like that, with the bugs coming out of his mouth and stuff. It's just great stuff. I like a lot of the characters in it too, but I was trying to think. I think it's my favorite current horror book. I can't think of a different horror book that's going on currently. I like it better than like Something Is Killing the Children. I think I'm liking it more than Department of Truth.
Ice Cream Man.
It's very different books. It's a very different.
That's in the horror genre. I will not hear anything about Ice Cream Man not being horror.
I might put this above it. I mean, it's hard with only 4 issues.
Bananas.
Although if I were to take the best 4 issues of Ice Cream Man, then Ice Cream Man would definitely win. So I take it back. I guess it depends on how. I would not read all of Ice Cream Man right now, but I mean, I would. That hard.
What happened? I'm so excited for the hardcover.
Oh, I am too.
The Sunday edition.
Yeah, it's all blue and shiny. It looks gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess it's my second favorite horror.
That's fair.
Comic book that's currently.
I feel like I'm not reading. There's not a lot of horror going right now, which is
there's
weird.
Not. We went from like tons of it.
Like
what's the Hotel 2?
Yep, Hotel. Oh, that's right.
That's doing really good.
Crimson Cage.
I'm behind on that already.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah. Of course I'm behind on that.
Yeah, I'm behind on that. There's one out. Yeah, I'm behind on it.
Yeah, I haven't got into it yet. But yeah, I mean, Silver Coin, I like it better than Silver Coin for sure.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah. No, it's very good. It's a really good time. Speaking of really good times, Clear number 4 also came out, which is what I thought why you had 2 left.
I did read Clear 4.
Oh, there we go.
So I did read that.
Clear number 4 also happened. Scott Snyder and Manapul, co-creators, writer and artist. And I believe we have one more of each of these. Or is it 6?
I don't know, because I think it's something that could continue on if they decide
but
to.
But this arc that we're looking at, this current run. Clear is still my favorite one. I called it from the beginning. I knew it. I felt the theme, and I knew what I was gonna love, and I could see where it was going. And the story didn't go exactly where it was, but I knew the feels that it was coming. I fucking called it. I love Clear. Clear is like exactly my kind of book, and I'm super into it. It's fantastic. And 4 is great. I can't wait for these. However these come out physically, I'm so excited to get my hands on them.
Clear is, if I had to pick a bottom of those, Clear would be. Can they still hear me? but it has, I think, the highest potential to slingshot up. But I love We Have Demons a lot. So, and I think that's done, right?
That's done.
That's done
without expansions on the world.
Yeah,
but what we have is done so far.
That was fantastic.
I have one more. Are you done?
Yeah.
I think you're out. Okay, because I have a little different. I also have. I got this guy Ed Brubaker and this other guy Sean Phillips.
Nice.
It's technically came out this week, but it came out a couple different times before this. There was a hardcover version in 2020 that came out, and it's collected of Criminals number 1 and 5 through 12.
Okay.
I never got.
I have that number 1.
Nice. So yeah, the number 1 is the first part of this book. Yeah, it's all collected, and it's in the series. It's all about the young versions of 2 of the characters, or 3 of the characters. I've never gotten into Criminals. It just isn't something that I've invested the time into going. Like, if you look at the back, other books by Brubaker and Phillips, that's the list of what Brubaker and Phillips has through Image.
Right.
And I read the synopsis on the back, or not the little whatever blurb, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go. See how I like it. I read it all today in less than 2 hours. I had one tea break, and I fucking flew through it.
Wow.
This is awesome, and I'm totally going to go hunt down Criminals now. That's like a thing I'm going to do, because it was excellent. Criminal. Sorry, I keep using.
They might be. Some of them might be tough, but I know it has a pretty big following.
Be collected. I'm not looking for singles. I'm looking. I'm going to get the collection stuff.
Gotcha.
That's not me. I don't do I'm not.
That's what I was like. I was like, whoa, holy shit! That's
no. I'm going to get the collected editions, because I really liked it, and I wish Cole was around right now, because I'd want to. He's
a big Brubaker guy.
Yeah, and I love it. So
I've loved everything.
It's detective noir, crime. It's all that good stuff, and Phillips is incredible. Like, Sean Phillips is amazing. The art is just great.
Yeah, I started to read that, and then I realized it was like 400 pages, so I didn't. But now knowing that you read it,
since it just came out,
now that you read it, now that I knew that you read it so quickly, I wish I would have just read it on Thursday when I started it. But
I read it in under 2 hours, and it's awesome. It's like a heist with, like, it's like coming of age in a shitty spot. And who? It's a cruel summer. But yeah, it's a coming of age / heist / crime in general. It's not just heist, it's also just crime. I really like it. It's great. So
nice. I'm excited to go back through
it. I might, if you end up really liking it, I'd give this to you at a big discount, because I might want to get the hardcover, if that's because that's a thing. So if you end up really liking it. But yeah, I got that one.
If I really like it, I'll probably do the same.
I asked Don, I was like, because like a few of them came in, and I was like, oh shit, who are these for? And he's like, oh, I just got them. I was like, okay. So I just snagged one. Yeah. And it was great. I'm glad I did. I just impulse, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
my impulse buy wasn't as good this week.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
I win. So we can do our top 5 because
that'll lead into the.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure.
It probably will.
My number 5 was Human Target number 4.
My number 5 is Stray Dogs. Dog Days number 2.
My number 4 was Clear number 4.
Oh shit!
Because I definitely didn't forget about that one.
No, never mind. Stray Dogs. I'm sorry. You're number 6. Clear
was 5.
No, Clear just bumped everything down.
Oh, just bumped everything. Got it.
So
okay.
Ice Cream Man. This is number 5.
Okay.
Number 5 is Ice Cream Man number 28, and then number 4 is Clear number 4.
Yeah, that's a good pick for number 4. My number 3 is Black Hammer Reborn number 8.
Wait a minute. My number 3, is Pirate Queen number 4. Nice. Excellent.
I'm kind of glad that I didn't get a chance to read those because rating this week was really difficult. So not reading a couple made it a little easier. My number 2 is Night of the Ghoul number 4.
Cool. My number 2 is Saga number 55.
Wow.
With an asterisk, because I don't know if this should count as a number 1, because it's like
I don't think that's fair. Yeah.
But this is my honorary number 1 because it just opened up like a whole series of books to me, and it technically came out this week. So like,
but it's this week in
I'm going to say they share number 1. I won't do a number 1 and number 2. Tied for number 1.
I'll allow it.
And then I have a number 3.
I'll allow your change to our arbitrary list.
Perfect. My tie for number 1 is Saga 55 and Cruel Summer.
That's good. My number 1 is just straight Saga number 55.
Yeah, no, that's fair. This honestly, if this wasn't so fucking good, I would have just given it the 2 spot because Saga was fantastic. But I was engrossed for like 2 hours reading something I went in blind on, and that's awesome. Yeah. That's such a fun experience to really get like pulled in. I had shit to do.
I didn't realize you hadn't read a lot of this stuff. Have you? So you haven't read like the Reckless stuff or Pulp or? No, this is not something I've gotten into. Pulp is really good.
Pulp happened during my like trying to do more digital, like that weird time when I was like during the pandemic when I wasn't going out, so I was getting a ton of digital stuff and all of that. And I always meant to grab Pulp at some point. Fucking dogs, they are in a tizzy. But no, I haven't read Pulp or Reckless.
Maybe you might. If you should be able to find that one pretty easy. I know.
Those are still available. Those are still like out, and so is Reckless. Reckless, I think.
I haven't read Reckless yet, but I
our shop has a stack of them.
Legend of Vox Machina. Yeah, what is that? Everybody keeps talking about that.
Sure. Okay, so, oh man, I don't have the spoiler. I don't have the spoiler bit anymore.
Oh, I thought for sure you had loaded it, and that's why we were doing all this.
No, I don't even know if I have it around anymore.
Oh, you're going to start from scratch.
I might have to because a bunch of...
We'll go back. We'll wait. Everyone can go back to one of our old videos that had it.
Perfect. That'll be easy to find.
Yeah. You have to start watching old videos until you find it. I thought Saga would maybe have the chance if Cole was here this week for a weekly Golden Burrito Award.
Well, it did because we both shared it. 100% of the burritos on right now.
That's true.
Gave it the number 1 spot. So, Saga is a Golden Burrito
Congratulations, Saga. You finally won an award.
Yep. Man, you're going to get the recognition you deserve from the comic industry now.
Finally, people will be like, all right, I'll check it out.
I guess
that first page, man, is so good.
So good.
I love that.
Whoa.
I love that.
But no, so we'll start in this. We're in spoiler zone now, everybody. So if you're watching,
you want to put up a thing in case do we have like a scroller?
I'm going to start spoilers with, we'll talk Legend of Vox Machina a little bit. So Legend of Vox Machina is a Critical Role animated series based off of their first campaign's characters. And it's one of the most highly funded Kickstarters of all time that then got picked up by Amazon. Do you want to know some of the people that are in it? You'll be shocked by one of the people who were voice actors in it.
I doubt I will be shocked, but
David Tennant is one of the voice actors in the show, which he doesn't voice act very much, and they got David Tennant to be a voice actor.
Yeah.
What's up, Tyler? We're talking Legend of Vox Machina ever so slightly, and then we're going into Saga spoilers. We're going to talk about Saga. So it's based off of their original campaign, but before it started on stream. So it's like Origins, but it's also not, because what we find out, because we're getting with spoilers, they're not going with canon from what they told the story. They've switched up a lot of things, and they're going into one of the biggest arcs that came really far down the line, the Chroma Conclave, which is fucking awesome. I'm so excited. It's 5 different colored dragons that all decide to work together, because dragons of color, not metallic, tend to not like to work together, but these 5 did, and they like took over the continent for a minute. And that's what they're heading into, and it's amazing. It is wildly mature. There's boobs in the first episode.
Nice.
There is. It is raunchy. It's gory. It is. Oh. No, also Briarwoods, but Briarwoods have now come after them introducing the Chroma Conclave. Shit is all kinds of in weird things, because the Briarwoods showed up for a security council about the dragons. So like Briarwoods are in it now, but they came after the Chroma Conclave, so they'll probably deal with Briarwoods and then have to go deal with dragons, it seems. But yeah, the Briarwoods, which is a vampire and like a warlock lady couple who are all about like love forever, because they both don't die, and he's a vampire who murdered one of the players' entire family line. It's great. So yeah, that's a new animated show on Amazon, and you don't need to know anything about Critical Role to enjoy it. It's just really adult animated fantasy world. That's all it is.
Someone had suggested it to me for the first thing I should watch on our new TV.
That's dumb.
And I'm a little upset with them now. I don't know who it was. I don't know if I'll scroll through and find out. But that was their suggestion for the very first thing. We did Interstellar instead.
No, that's a better, because you're going from 1080p to 4K, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't watch Legend of Vox Machina for that.
That's what I like looked it up, and I'm like, maybe it's an amazing animation.
It's really well done, and it's great, but that's not the way to break in your first 4K viewing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts. But I do recommend it. I think you would actually like it, because it's just adult fantasy animation. Like it's just a good time.
Super great with adult animation though. We'll see. I'll try.
But this isn't like Family Guy adult, where it's like a bunch of. It is a lot of dick jokes, but
no, Family Guy and stuff like that. I do well with Family Guy, South Park, that kind of thing.
What kind of adult animation don't you like then?
Like anime type stuff. I don't get in. I haven't been able to get in.
But this is another thing which has nothing to do with this, but their language options are crazy. Mm-hmm. They are They have so many languages.
Ignacio says to show me the trailer. We could do a live react. I could do a live react to the trailer. I don't know if they'll let it. It'd probably get flagged.
We can't put the trailer on.
Oh
here.
no.
No.
I could just watch it with no sound, and you could see my reaction.
There you go. All right.
I'll check it out later. I'll let you know, Ignacio.
We'll record it later.
It'll be an exclusive for Discord members to hear Nick's thoughts of what was it called?
The Legend of Vox Machina.
Yeah, that one.
All right, it's time. Saga spoilers. You're being warned.
Do we have a scroller or something that we can put up in case somebody jumps in and is all?
Literally, look at the bottom of the screen, man.
I see nothing.
Saga spoilers.
I see nothing on the bottom.
It says Saga spoilers.
Now it says it.
I just unclicked it and re-clicked it.
Well. Saga spoilers.
World's great. All right, we're going to talk Saga spoilers. Oh, why does it make the captions go away if you click on somebody? Come on, Restream. Saga spoilers. 55. Holy shit, it fucking happened. We all owe Cole money.
Yeah, I'm sure we had bet him money that it. I honestly never thought it was coming back. I thought that was like the joke, and I honestly had some like kind of respect for Saga for ending that way, right? That now I have to deal with. Like, I convinced myself that it was over and that the whole point of the story was that it just abruptly ended. And that was just part of it, and that's part of its genius. And now it isn't genius because of that. It's genius just because of all the other reasons, of which there is many. Man, rereading through Saga the past week or two reminded me just how much I love this book and this story too.
Right?
It is just so many things.
Here we go. Boom.
There, that's better.
There.
So many things.
I can't believe how good this was. I was ready for it to be good.
Like okay. It's back.
Brian K. Vaughan, hard to not have trust in him in what he's doing. And Fiona Staples was always going to kill it. Like that talent was going to disappear. That their talent, both of their talents, weren't just going to evaporate. So I knew this issue was most likely going to be good. I am so fucking excited. It's been a long time since I finished an issue, and I'm like, I need the next one now. There is no trade waiting. First of all, because I have 1 through 54. What's the fucking point in trade waiting when you it's too deep in? Like, I can't start trade waiting Batman. I can't start trade waiting Green Lantern, and I can't start trade waiting Saga. That's just not a thing. I adore that they've stuck to $2.99. That they're like, fucking.
That's cool too.
That's the price it was. That's the price it's staying. And one
I think
cover.
Brian is paying. I think Brian is like covering that dollar basically.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then one cover. I love that they are sticking to their guns. This is how it was always done. This I was always printed.
No variants.
Amazing. And then
there are second printings.
Yes, that's a thing, which is.
But I think it's the same cover. It just says
they
second.
Keep the cover. Well, they change color sometimes and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's still the same cover. Right. You're not like getting like the Hazel Solo variant or whatever, or like the Peach Momoko Saga cover.
I was like both, because our shop doesn't get tons of ratio variants because for indie stuff they're not heavy on. But I knew they were gonna go crazy on Saga, so it was like kind of interested to see what the 1 in 100 variant is, and it got to the shop and it was like, oh, no.
Okay.
I was like, well, that's nice because that saves me like $40 from buying whatever ratio variant there was, right?
But yeah, our shop got in 60 of them. I know because I helped bag them. It was a fun day. It was fun getting to work on Saga Day. So they got 60 of them in, and there definitely weren't 60 pulls for it. So they were getting ready.
There's a lot of
and I almost did this, but I have done that. The only one I have a second copy of is number 1. Every other one I have a single issue of.
Must be nice.
I have to have a reader copy. That second printing is necessary.
You couldn't possibly read like your compendium or something.
Well, I got this before there was a compendium.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Yeah.
Like, I've had my second number one of...
No, there were not ratios.
You're talking about a different book.
No, I was saying I walked in thinking there was going to be.
Yes,
and then there was
not a thing.
Yeah. I was like, oh, what other covers are there? Oh, there isn't.
But this makes sense. I probably would have done this if I was where I am now, but I didn't always have like $2.99 at one point. When Saga's been running for long enough where at one point $2.99 would have been too much extra on my budget. That's how long Saga's been going. I love that the story is completely like different while still being so rooted in what we were familiar with. Like they're going a completely different direction with it. Like they're all of a sudden we're in spoiler land. It's so weird to like literally
the age jump.
The age jump is crazy. Like she aged with the book. It's been 3 years. Like it's wild. Marco is a clean skull. Like there's no meat on them bones. Fucking, and then they're drug smugglers, which I'm there for it. They're gonna be. There's so many shenanigans to be had.
I loved. Where was it?
No, it is like if you just picked this up and started reading it, you would just think, oh, they skipped 3 years ahead, but it's still going. It doesn't feel like there was like a break in it other than the story decided to jump 3 years.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of done that for each of the hardcovers. It's been a different, slightly,
it's a different age to go with.
Infant, and then toddler, and then now.
It makes sense.
Right. And so like next arc will be teenage.
Oh man, teenage Hazel.
Stuff. And then maybe young adult will be finishing it up. I don't know. But my favorite line.
If we don't end at old Hazel.
Well, I think that'll be honestly. That could be like the final.
That could
issue.
be the end of it.
Like the actual final issue could be.
Oh, I think my guess from a long time ago still remains. I think the end will be Hazel giving birth.
That'd be cool.
I think it'll be full circle.
It's the same. Like
it's how it starts and how it ends.
It's the same. Yeah, you could like layer them up.
Yeah.
That would be great. I would love that because the book is just all about just everything with life and parenthood and all the things. So that would be a full circle. Did you? So they released the first page ahead of time. So I didn't look at that. Did you think that maybe there was a chance that if you hadn't seen that, did you think maybe there was a chance that Marco would be like on the first page or the set, like he's gasping?
No, I wasn't ready for him to be the first page. I was ready to flip it and to see Marco with like part robot parts or something. Right. And like, or him in a floating jar or something. I was ready for Marco to still somehow be a part of it. And when they brought out that skull, I was like, all right, you're like putting a line in the sand. This is like, we're moving on. Like,
well, and even before that on page 3, she narrates, and if a good idea is one that outlives the people who made it, then I guess I'm halfway to being one.
Yeah.
And it was like, shit.
I know. But it's also...
And I had to stop and it like deal with that all over again.
I was ready for him to be alive without them knowing it too, though. So I was ready for there to be like Marco's off somewhere else being like still held captured or something, or like
he shows up in issue 70.
Because comic books.
Yes. It's such I thought that it was a possibility, but then when it didn't happen, it was like you're right. It's a better story.
Yeah. No, he didn't have to do the time jump either. Yeah, it could have kept going, but it's super well done. It's Oh, so everybody, because my dad is in the burrito verse. We were talking Saga at some point because last week he didn't know Saga was on hiatus because he had like 3 months ago started reading Saga. Didn't know it stopped at all.
So good.
He's reading. He finished 54 like the week before he saw me, and he has a little notepad. It's adorable. He writes out comic book questions for me on a notepad. Aww. So then when he sees me, he flipped through it, and one of them was,
"What's with the naked spider lady?"
On there was like, "Where do I read the next Saga?"
Oh,
because he was looking for 55, and I was like, "This is so fucking weird that you're just reading this now.
You have to wait a week, Dad.
You're having to wait a week to read the next Saga, and it's been like 3 years. Like the timing is.
It's only been like a year and a half for me. A year and a half, or maybe 2. Because I think when I started reading Saga, either the last trade had just come out or it hadn't quite yet come out yet. I think is the time frame that I was at. Yeah, screw you, Vern.
Like, seriously.
Plus, he doesn't have to lay in bed staring at the ceiling going, is it ever coming back?
Yeah.
Will it ever?
His first news is, oh yeah, it's coming out on Wednesday. But he was reading on Comixology because he had unlimited. That's why he was asking if there's any more, because he read through unlimited.
Sometimes it ends. Because sometimes Comixology doesn't have all of it, right?
Exactly. So he's like, "Is there more?" I'm like, "Yeah, it comes out on Wednesday." God, fuck you, man. The fuck.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, no, but that's still a long time. Waiting 2 years, like, pandemic felt like a long time. The first bit of the pandemic, like the first few months, waiting for these books to hopefully come back. That's a long time. This has been 3 fucking years, 2 years, 1.5 years, whatever. That's a long time to hope and wait. And then it's so fucking good. What the fuck?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it would start off like it's gonna like slowly, like it's gonna be good and slowly ramp up, or if he's gonna just or like that, like it's gonna be the big shocker, Marco's still alive. It's gonna play off that, but it's just perfect. It really is.
Yeah. Oh, and Squire's great and tragic, and oh my god. Not having spoken, but I love that his screen still lights up with like the question mark, like doesn't understand.
But it's real simple and real.
It's really basic. Rudimentary, but I love that there's still like that slight, like you can get the facial expression, but you can't get the words kind of thing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh. And we got Dick and Tits all in an issue. Thank you.
Couple of them, right?
I mean, just one Dick, right?
I think we got a couple different looks at it, but
you just pull out your screenshots. You got them on your phone, right?
Yeah, hold on. I can't. Yeah, there's a lot of Saga that we can't show. I love the little fire police too.
Oh my god, yeah.
Those guys are great. And the characters in this book are, I don't know, like, who comes up with what. Like, if Brian has a half idea and Fiona's just like, oh, fire police? Or I don't know where they come up with these character designs and stuff, but it's so, each one of them is so unique and well thought out. God, and just we're doing spoilers, right? So we can show the.
I literally was about to be like, fucking pirate ship. That's what I was having. That's what I was. Yeah.
I can't
Holy
wait
shit.
for 50s. When does 56 come out?
I think it's next April.
This is weekly, right? It's weekly.
It's yearly. We get one a year.
I like that I'm so untrusting now that it's like, how long is this? No, they've said in interviews.
I thought they were done, and I was okay with it, but I'm glad it's back. Yeah, no, it was. I was at peace with it too. I was in the same boat where I was like,
when they
I'm gonna be okay if it doesn't come back. It's still amazing, even if it's half told according to Brian. It's still half incredible, and that's more than enough.
Yeah. Well, and he's said in interviews that they've banked enough. They were ready to come back like a year or so ago, yep. But then pandemic and everything hit, and they wanted to make sure that they had enough banked that
it can keep rolling.
It comes out every month, so hopefully there's no major paper shortage issues.
You know how major it'd have to be for them to not print Saga?
Like hopefully Saga is at the top of the list and other stuff gets bumped first, right? Because
I mean, I hear they're doing another Spawn, so
another one.
I don't know. There's how many Spawns now? One every 6 months would be tolerable.
Don't say it out loud. Don't let them know that.
Yeah, I do, and I also love. This is a thick boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was a hefty issue. I really thought it was funny because Andrew and I were talking, and he was like, "Well, it's $2.99, so it's probably going to be like 19 pages." And I was like, "There is no way." After 3 years, they're going to give us 19 pages of Saga. Even if it is still $2.99, they would be insane to only give us 19 pages. It's going to be on the thicker side. It has to be, and thank goodness that
I'm surprised that this issue was not $5.99, and then it would go back down to
like call it a double issue because it's
right. It is.
It's pretty much there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd be all set.
Yeah.
We can print every other comic.
Yeah, if it was just those.
And it's fantastic. I'm back in love. This was the perfect issue to make me just be like, that's right. That's why I fell in love with this from the first issue. Like it was that same feeling where I was just like, I need the next one. I remember that 10 years ago. We're at 10 years. I remember 10 years ago grabbing number 1 because the owner of my comic shop was like, hey, this looked interesting. I think you might like it. I could kiss that man. He wouldn't like it though.
Another one?
And the fuck?
What is up with tonight? Is it because I tweeted our link tonight? And I usually forget?
I don't know how to ban someone through this, so I can just keep putting them in timeout and deleting. I don't want people to go to that.
Oh, this says block user on YouTube.
Oh, cool. That's an option on there.
I'll do that.
Neat.
There, now they're gone.
Okay. But it had that same feeling where I was just immediately invested again, and I'm ready for the next one.
I'm pretty vocal about how Paper Girls is the best Brian Bacon book. Can't speak. But it always flips depending on what I've read most recently. Uh-huh. So Saga is better than Paper Girls right now. And Paper Girls isn't going to have new stuff coming out.
That we know of.
I also don't think it's fair because Saga is like three times the size.
Yeah, it's only going to get bigger.
And one of the reasons that I like Paper Girls so much is that it is so good and so contained. But
yeah,
Saga has to be a top 10 book for me. I don't know how I have to who I have to kick out for it or anything, but it just is.
It's in there somewhere.
it just is somehow. It's
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I hear it's a really good book for people who might not be into comics to try to get them into comics, especially if you're married to YouTubers.
Yeah, if your wife has never read one before and you really like them, you should
definitely force it on her.
You should. You should make her read it, and then you should have her react to it.
Yes.
For your show.
Make sure to give her the singles though, because she's definitely not going to just yeet it across the room.
She wouldn't just throw it, up onto the table.
That'd be really shitty to happen to your comic.
Yeah,
my single issues. Wife, enjoy.
I joked about that with my wife, that show and stuff, and so now it's all the time. It's like if I'll leave the house or something, it's like you're not allowed to read Saga. I'm trying the reverse psychology thing where it's like, hey, You're not allowed to read these. These are my books.
Don't you read Paper Girls?
Yeah, she's like, I won't. Don't worry.
Nope. Okay, if you say so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Saga's great. You should read it. If you watch this, you did.
Because there's not enough things on the internet telling people to read Saga.
No, exactly. Any list whatsoever.
If you just search, top comics list or anything,
holy
like
shit,
95% of them.
And you know what's amazing? For almost 3 years, Saga has remained in my main comic book storage. And just in the last 3 months, I've moved it into more extended storage.
Okay.
To possibly get moved into my long boxes for long-term storage.
Still could.
No, it's going back because it's a current book, so it goes back into my comic storage. Yeah. And I'm really excited to transfer it back.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's dope.
I'm still missing a few. As long as we're talking about it, I could say which ones I'm missing. In case anybody out there is watching. I think Poser sent me my last shipment of them. And I obviously can't afford, I don't have a number one. I think I have the Image firsts.
There we go.
Maybe.
I might have an Image first, right?
I might. Let's see here. Saga. So I need 1 and 2. And then I need 4 through 8.
Okay.
12. See, this is interesting. I do have a 13B cover, so they did do a couple B covers.
Maybe B is called...
Oh, it might be second print.
Second printing?
I think it's a second print, yeah. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Because they might call it B because they do change... I think they changed the cover. That's how you can tell the difference between first prints of the number 1 is the color.
Yeah, and then I have... So really, I would love to get 12. 12 would be a good one to get because I have 9 through 11 and then 13 through 55.
You'd have the rest of the...
So it would just that little break in the middle. 12
then you're just volume 1 and 2 clean up from there on.
Yeah, which it's probably never going to happen. I've come to pieces of that. It's like I'll get a Saga number 1 if that's you go to the garage sale and there's a long box and they're like $5 and you open it up and you're like, oh my god.
If something happens to me and then my wife has a garage sale,
I'll check it out for sure.
It might be worth stopping by the house, seeing what she puts out. I do have explicit instructions on some things, but if she ignores them, who the fuck knows what could happen?
She's like, yeah, no, I don't think so.
It's supposed to go to Ellie. But if you want to steal from my daughter, I'm not around.
I'm not stealing. I'll pay 5 cents for the book.
Yeah, 5 cents. She goes below cover. No.
Yeah, how about a quarter for all these stupid children's books?
Let me get these picture books out of the way.
Yeah, let me get them out of your hair.
Okay, Nick, you wouldn't do us wrong.
Yeah. It's so great to have a close friend like you.
Yeah, you know this isn't worth it, so thank you for taking this garbage.
You're like, yeah, we did a lot of this. I know what it's all worth.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's so good to have back.
It's great.
I don't know when, if ever, I'll hand my kids Saga to read. Or if it'll just be something where they've moved out and been like when he's 16, maybe kind of a thing.
Yeah, if it's they've already seen all of the things at that point.
Sure, but I don't know that it's a great book for a 16-year-old either. I don't know that it's a bad book for it, but I don't know. I've appreciated it.
Watching Rocky Horror, you can read Saga.
I mean, yeah, like I said, you can. I just think you might get more out of it a little bit older.
Maybe. I feel
the great thing is you can read them again and again.
Conversation. Yeah. But yeah, moving out gift is the compendium.
Yeah, it's here you go. Let me know what you think.
Both compendiums.
Both. Oh, jeez.
Because we're gonna have to get a second one at some point.
There you go. Sure.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, Anywho, that's Saga, and it's fucking awesome.
It's good.
As are anybody who's watching this on replay or Ignacio. You're awesome. But yeah, do you have any last words about Saga or anything before we sign off?
No.
Cool. It's amazing.
Covered it. It's real good. I'm so happy it's back.
It's so great.
I was freaking out so much. So maybe I shouldn't admit it to it online or where it can be seen. But when we found out that it was, so I do have something else to say. When I found out that it was available on Hoopla the morning of release day, I may have locked the store and put like a back in 15 minutes sign up.
Gonna get this read. I won't be interrupted.
Went in the back. Nobody came. I could see through the door. I could see through like the crack in the door, so I knew if somebody had showed up or something, and nobody did, so it was fine.
Usually you only do that for personal time. So you gave that personal time to Saga?
I gave up my bathroom time and
for Saga.
I doubled up and sat in the bathroom with it. So it was it's all legit. Oh God, so good. And then and then once it was time that I could quick run and get it, then I read it again, and then right before the show started, it was like, you know what?
Why not?
Give it a little once over. Yeah.
Yep. I read it again today too. I read it Wednesday and I read it today. So good. It's so good.
It's back.
It's so good.
It's back. Never thought. Never thought it.
Yep. Good days. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for getting wrapped up with us. You all are awesome. And if you're on replay, let us know what you think about Saga.
Unless you don't like it, then keep that shit to
yourself.
No,
that's interesting to me.
Although I would like to know why you don't.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. Yeah. Because I'll just get angry and tell you you're wrong.
Nick doesn't look at YouTube comments, so you're just talking to me.
That's true. That's true.
Don't tell Comic Burrito Twitter, tell YouTube Comic Burrito, and you're all set.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Anywho,
you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Not
just because I'm a douchebag. That's all.
He's just an asshole. It's fine. You literally just won't like him.
I want that Hulk story where Bruce Banner's just a dick when he gets mad.
He starts to turn green and then he just regurgitates insults.
Yeah. Yeah. Uses straw man arguments and
it's terrible. False equivalence.
Yeah.
Good stuff. But yeah,
have a good weekend,
y'all. We'll catch you in a week.
Next week.
Also, stay tuned. There's extra special news coming soon. Can't say anymore. But yeah. Also, Golden Burritos. We can tell people it's going to be February 26th, our fiscal end of year awards.
Yep.
That's when we February 26th, because we've had a couple questions about that. February 26th. Mark the calendars. Fiscal year-end award show.
Probably an after party.
Yep. And we'll just chill.
Yeah, hang out.
But yeah.
You want to go.
Anywho. Night, y'all.
Night.
Bye.
This Week in Comics. This Week in Comics. This Week in Comics. This Week in Comics. Yeah.